This is extremely powerful. Listen for 40 minutes, and your mindset will never be the same. We live in a world where distractions dominate our days, where fear runs deeper than ambition, and where many have traded potential for comfort. But today is not about excuses, it's not about blame, it's not about what went wrong. Today is about power, your power, the power that lies dormant in you, begging to be awakened. This speech is not entertainment. This is transformation. You're not here by accident. Something in you is ready to change. Something in you is done settling for less than you're capable of. And that something is why you're still listening. That something is about to get louder, stronger, unstoppable. You've been through things that could have broken someone else, yet here you are. You've survived storms that tried to tear your identity apart. You've heard no so many times you could have stopped asking, but you didn't. And that's because your spirit knows there's more for you. There's something bigger waiting. There's a life that aligns with your inner truth. But it doesn't come cheap. It doesn't come easy. It comes to those who are willing to dig deep, who are willing to sweat, cry, and fight for the life they know they deserve. Most people are satisfied with average. But not you. You wouldn't be here if you were. Let this be the moment you draw a line in the sand and decide you will no longer be a prisoner of your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not what they said about you. You are not your doubts. You are not your bad habits. You are not your worst day. You are the architect of your future, the author of your story. And the best chapters haven't even been written yet. If you want to be free, truly free, you have to break the chains of mediocrity. You have to become the kind of person who is obsessed with self-mastery. You must fall in love with the grind. You must make peace with discomfort. You must sacrifice pleasure for purpose. You must choose growth over gossip, discipline over distraction, and hunger over hesitation. The future belongs to those who prepare for it. The dream is only real if you are. The truth is most people want success, but they don't want the suffering that comes before it. They want the reward, but reject the requirements. You cannot microwave greatness. You cannot skip steps. The process is the price, and you must be willing to pay it every single day. Nobody's going to hand you anything. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to do the work for you. You have to rise on your own 2 feet and move forward, even when the road is dark, especially when the road is dark. That's where character is forged. You may feel tired, you may feel weak, but weakness is a message. It's not a final sentence, it's an invitation to grow. Pain is not your enemy, fear is not your enemy, doubt is not your enemy, comfort is, because comfort whispers you're fine, when deep down you know you're not. Comfort says, settle, while your heart screams more. Comfort kills dreams slowly, silently, and by the time you realize it, you're living someone else's version of your life. Don't let that happen. Don't sell your soul for a paycheck. Don't trade your purpose for approval. Don't exchange greatness for likes, followers, and applause. That's not legacy. Legacy is what lives on when you're gone. It's the impact. The influence, the inspiration you leave behind, and it begins today. You have talents you haven't developed, ideas you haven't acted on, opportunities you've been too afraid to take, but you have time. You have breath, you have energy, and that's all you need to start. Start messy, start afraid, start alone, just start. Action cures fear, discipline cures doubt, and movement creates momentum. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to be brave enough to take the first step. The path reveals itself as you walk it. Let me be clear, this isn't motivation. Motivation fades. This is deeper than that. This is commitment. This is identity. This is about deciding that no matter what happens, you will not quit on yourself. You will keep showing up. You will keep learning. You will keep growing. You will fall down and get back up 10 times stronger. That's what separates the elite from the average. The refusal to give up. That's it. Winners don't have easier lives. They have stronger decisions. You want to change your life, change your standards. Raise them so high that anything beneath excellence feels uncomfortable. Change what you tolerate. Change what you accept from yourself. When you become obsessed with integrity, when your actions align with your values, you will feel powerful again. You will walk with confidence, you will stop apologizing for your ambition, and you will start attracting opportunities you once thought were out of reach, because when your inner world changes, your outer world follows. Your vision must be so strong that it pulls you forward, that it drags you out of bed when the alarm goes off, that it drowns out the noise of the critics and doubters. You must believe in yourself so deeply that their disbelief doesn't even register, not because you're arrogant, but because you've spent so much time in the dark preparing, training, sharpening your sword, that you know the battle is already won. You know who you are. You've earned that certainty. And now it's time to show the world this journey is not for the weak. You will be misunderstood. You will lose people. You will walk alone. You will cry in silence. You will question everything, but you will also evolve. You will awaken. You will connect with your power. You will realize that everything you've been through was preparing you for this exact moment. There are no accidents. You didn't lose time. You gained wisdom. You didn't fail. You discovered what doesn't work. You didn't fall behind. You were being refined, and now it's time to unleash the version of you that the world hasn't met yet. The world needs you, your gifts, your fire, your leadership, and it's waiting. Do not waste your time explaining your vision to people who aren't assigned to it. Not everyone will understand your hunger. Not everyone will appreciate your discipline. That's okay. You weren't born to fit in. You were born to rise, to elevate, to inspire. You're not here to be liked. You're here to be legendary, and legends do not play small. They do not bend to fear. They do not quit because it's hard. They lead, they endure, they overcome, and so will you. If no one believes in you, believe in yourself. If the road gets lonely, keep walking. If you fall behind, keep going. If it doesn't make sense yet, keep building. Most people quit right before the breakthrough. Don't be most people. Don't trade your destiny for a moment of ease. Every step you take, every drop of sweat, every late night, every early morning, it all adds up. And one day you'll look back and realize nothing was wasted. It was all part of the masterpiece. Now it's your time to show up like never before, to tap into your gifts, to remove every excuse, to face every fear, to develop relentless discipline, to stand tall in your identity, to break every chain, to outgrow the lies you believed for years, to stop playing small, to rewrite your story, to take ownership of your energy, your mindset, your future. No more waiting, no more wishing, no more wondering. Now is the moment, the only one that exists, and now is when you decide to turn potential into power. Your future is counting on you. Your family is counting on you. Your purpose is counting on you. You weren't born to just exist. You weren't born to blend in. You weren't born to be lukewarm. You were born to burn bright, to speak truth, to walk in courage, to defy the odds, to change the game. But that version of you won't emerge until you get sick of your own excuses, until you look in the mirror and say, no more. No more hiding, no more fear, no more doubt, no more waiting for permission. No more shrinking to make others comfortable. You weren't made to fit in. You were made to break through. The fire is in you. The power is in you. The genius is in you. The greatness is in you. But none of it matters if you don't decide. Decide to commit. Decide to fight. Decide to become. Decide to believe again. No one can do it for you. This is your path. This is your battle. This is your time, and it's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it. You're not done. You're just getting started. You haven't peaked. You haven't even scratched the surface of what you're capable of. The past was preparation, the pain was purpose, and the pressure was forging your power. You are ready, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary, because this life is too short to play small, because time is too precious to waste, because you were built for this. So rise, wake up. Move with purpose, speak with authority, walk in power. Live like your future depends on it, because it does. You've been chosen. Now choose yourself and never forget. You were born to be great, not average. Not almost, but great. Act like it. Think like it. train like it, speak like it, breathe like it. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need more time. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to decide. Right here, right now, this is your moment. Make it count. The world will always have reasons for you to quit. The world will always give you exits, shortcuts, and detours. But you have to be the one who looks those distractions dead in the eye and says, I didn't come this far to give up now. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you're building a foundation that cannot be shaken. Every time you say no to procrastination, you're training your mind to rise above temporary feelings. Because that's what this is really about, mastering your emotions, not letting them master you. Your feelings will lie to you. They'll say you're tired when you've still got more in the tank. They'll say it's pointless when the breakthrough is inches away. They'll say you're not enough when you've always been more than enough, and you must learn to recognize that voice for what it is. Weakness trying to keep you small, fear trying to keep you stuck, but you're not stuck. You're not small, you're not weak. You are powerful beyond measure, and the moment you believe that fully, your life begins to shift. Don't wait for perfect timing. Don't wait for someone to validate you. Don't wait until you're not scared anymore, because fear never goes away. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's moving forward in spite of it. That's what makes you strong, not that you didn't feel fear, but that you faced it anyway. And the more you do that, the less control it has over you. Eventually, fear becomes fuel. It drives you. It reminds you that you're alive, that you're on the edge of growth, that you're stepping into your higher self. You're not the same person you were a year ago. You've grown, you've learned, you've endured. And that's why the next season of your life will be unlike anything you've experienced before, because now you're wiser. Now you're ready. Now you understand that everything that tried to break you was just shaping you, that the pressure was not punishment. It was preparation. Diamonds are made in the dark. Warriors are forged in the fire. Leaders are built in the storms, so don't run from the hard times. Use them. Use the pain, use the doubt, use the rejection, use the fear, not to feel sorry for yourself, but to rise, to climb, to expand. To become the person who's capable of carrying the blessing that's waiting for you. Some doors don't open until you grow into the kind of person who can walk through them. Some blessings don't come until you learn to carry the weight of responsibility. That's why you're still in the fight, because the prize you're reaching for requires a stronger version of you, not a different person, just a refined one, a focused one, a disciplined one. Your future is being built in silence. While the world scrolls, you train. While others gossip, you grind. While they doubt, you build. And when the time is right, the results will speak so loudly that you won't need to. Keep going, even if no one claps. Keep going, even if they don't believe in you. Keep going, even if you have to stand alone, because champions are made in solitude. And when you rise, you won't just rise for yourself. You'll rise for every person who ever doubted what was possible. You'll become the proof it's not about being perfect. It's about being relentless, relentless in your discipline, relentless in your mindset, relentless in your pursuit of greatness. There will be days when you fall short. There will be days when you feel defeated. But defeat is not the end unless you make it the end. Every great story has setbacks. Every great hero has moments of pain. But what makes them great is what they do after. They rise, they recommit, they come back stronger, and you will too. Don't let one bad day convince you that your life isn't working. Don't let a slow season fool you into thinking your dream is dead. Progress isn't always obvious. Growth isn't always loud. But if you keep showing up, keep working in silence, keep protecting your peace and energy, your time will come, and when it does, it'll come fast. And you'll be ready because you stayed in the fire long enough to be refined. You weren't chasing easy. You were chasing excellence, and that's rare, that's powerful, that's unstoppable. So what are you waiting for? The clock's ticking, the world's moving, and every moment you hesitate is a moment you could be building. Don't look back 10 years from now and wish you had tried. Don't look back and say, what if? Say, I gave it everything. Say, I left nothing behind. Say, I turned my pain into power, my fear into fire, my doubt into drive. Because that's what this life demands, total commitment, total belief, total action. That's what separates those who live fully from those who only exist. You were made for more. You've always known it. It's not about arrogance. It's about alignment. It's about finally stepping into the version of you that's been calling your name. The version that gets up early, trains hard, thinks deeply, works with purpose, and moves with boldness. That version is not a fantasy. It's a decision away. You don't need to wait for January 1st. You don't need a new week. All you need is a made-up mind. A decision that today is the day everything changes. You can't lose if you don't quit. You can't fail if you keep evolving. You can't be stopped if you keep standing back up. And no matter what happens, no matter who leaves, no matter what breaks, no matter how many times life knocks you down, just remember this: you are still here. Still breathing, still capable, still hungry, still fighting. That means your story is still being written. That means your breakthrough is still on its way. That means it's not over yet. And maybe, just maybe, this is the beginning you've been waiting for. So rise, stand up, wipe your tears, silence your doubts, breathe in your power, and go build the life you were born for. One decision at a time, one rep at a time, one day at a time. Your destiny is waiting. And now you are ready. The world will try to convince you to be realistic, to shrink, to settle, to quiet the voice inside you that says you were meant for something more. But the truth is, those who change the world are never realistic. They're the ones who dare to believe in things no one else can see, the ones who keep walking even when the path disappears, the ones who refuse to let doubt infect their dreams. You have that same power in you. It's not about talent, it's about tenacity. It's not about luck, it's about obsession, obsession with growth, obsession with progress, obsession with becoming everything you were designed to be. There's a version of you that already knows how to win. That version of you is waiting for you to stop playing small and start thinking like a giant. You don't need to get ready. You are ready. You just have to stop waiting for a sign and realize that you are the sign. You are the signal. You are the shift. You are the moment that everything changes if you choose to be. But it has to be now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when things feel right. They'll never feel right. You have to move anyway. That's how you create your breakthrough. Too many people die with their music still inside them, their books unwritten, their dreams unfulfilled, their potential unexplored, and not because they weren't good enough, but because they were too afraid to try. Because they cared too much about what other people thought, because they were waiting for approval from people who didn't even believe in themselves. Don't let that be you. Don't become a walking regret. Don't leave this world with your greatness still inside you. Pour it out, all of it, every gift, every idea, every ounce of strength. Leave nothing behind. This is not about competition. It's not about being better than anyone else. It's about being better than the person you were yesterday. That's the real game. That's the real standard. Can you outgrow your old self? Can you unlearn the beliefs that held you back? Can you drop the habits that kept you small? Can you kill the version of you that's afraid of what others will say, and replace it with one that's fearless, focused, and free? That's the work. That's the journey, and yes, it will be hard. But comfort never built a warrior. Ease never built a legend. You will cry, you will bleed, you will want to quit. And in those moments when your strength is gone and your vision is blurry, you must remember why you started. You must remember the life you're fighting for, the future you're building, the pain you're breaking, the legacy you're leaving. You must go back to your why and make it stronger than your excuses, make it louder than your doubt, make it bigger than your fear. Because when your why is strong enough, no obstacle can hold you. Stop telling yourself you're tired. You're not tired. You're uninspired. Stop saying you don't have time. You have time for what matters. Stop saying it's too late. It's only too late if you decide it is. You are not behind. You are being positioned. You are not cursed. You are being called. But you have to answer that call with action, with urgency. With fire, with everything you have, because life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you fight for. It gives you what you demand through your daily habits, your focus, and your refusal to give up. This is your call to arms, to rise like you've never risen, to work like your life depends on it, because it does, to dream so big that it scares you, and then act so boldly that it scares everyone else. To move in silence, to train in darkness, to execute with precision, and to never, ever forget that you are one decision away from a completely different life, one choice away from a new chapter, one step away from momentum, and one breakthrough away from the life you were born to live. Your gifts were never meant to stay buried. They were meant to light the way for others, but you can't give light if you're hiding your fire. So light it, burn brighter, walk into the room like you belong there. Speak with the authority of someone who's been through hell and still showed up. Love yourself enough to become who you were meant to be. Respect yourself enough to never lower your standards again. Trust yourself enough to take the risk, even if you're scared, especially if you're scared. Fear only has power when you listen to it. But the moment you move anyway, it loses its grip. And that movement, that first shaky step, that's what begins the momentum. That's how you take your power back. That's how you break the cycle. You don't need to be confident. You just need to be committed. You don't need to know everything. You just need to start. And once you do, the universe moves with you. Opportunities align, energy shifts, people appear, but none of it happens until you decide. You don't need a map, you need a mission. And your mission is to wake up every single day and get better, to wake up and conquer yourself, to master your thoughts, to silence the lies, to take action in spite of fear, and to keep going when it would be easier to quit. That's the mission, and if you commit to that, everything else will take care of itself. The money will come, the people will come, the platform will come, but it starts with becoming the person who can carry all of that with grace, strength, and purpose. So let them doubt you, let them laugh, let them talk, because while they're busy watching, you'll be busy building. While they're stuck in circles, you'll be rising in silence, and one day they'll ask how you did it. And you'll smile because you'll know you did it when no one was watching. You did it when no one believed. You did it without validation. You did it through tears, through late nights, through lonely days. You did it because you decided your life was too valuable to waste. And now it's your time. No more waiting, no more wishing, no more hiding. You've been chosen for a reason. You've been called for a mission. You've been prepared for a purpose, and now is the time to walk in it, to own it, to rise with fire in your heart, steel in your spine, and purpose in your steps. The world doesn't need more noise, it needs more light. And your light is waiting to be unleashed, so go with courage, go with faith, go with fire, and never look back. This is your rebirth, right here, right now. This moment is not just another second passing by, it's your chance to rewrite the narrative. The old story of fear, hesitation, and mediocrity is over. You're not who you used to be. You're not defined by your past, your failures, or your doubts. You are becoming. Every breath you take, every step forward you choose to make, is shaping a future greater than you've ever imagined. But it demands everything. It demands your full attention, your full focus, your full commitment. You can't be half in and expect full results, so kill the distractions, eliminate the noise, turn down the volume on the world, and turn up the fire in your soul. You weren't born to blend in. You weren't born to be average. You weren't born to follow the crowd. You were born to rise, to lead, to create, to dominate your space with humility and purpose. Your energy speaks before your words. Your presence says more than your voice, and your actions, they're building a legacy that echoes through time, but only if you stay locked in. You want success, then sacrifice. You want to win, then suffer through the discipline. You want peace, then control your mind. You want freedom, then earn it. That means cutting out what doesn't serve you. That means having the guts to walk away from comfort, from drama, from average. That means saying no to the things that feed your weakness and yes to the things that strengthen your soul. No one's coming to do it for you. No one's handing it to you. It's on you. It always has been. And that's not a burden. That's power. That means you don't need permission. You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need applause. You just need to show up, hungry, focused, ready to grind, because the one who's willing to suffer now will shine later. The one who's willing to be misunderstood now will lead later. The one who's willing to do the work now, quietly, humbly, relentlessly, will stand victorious while the world watches in awe. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are in preparation. And the deeper the preparation, the greater the elevation. What feels like isolation is formation. What feels like rejection is redirection. And what feels like the end is often the beginning in disguise. So don't shrink, don't fold, don't back down. This moment you're in is not here to destroy you. It's here to develop you. It's not here to break you. It's here to build the kind of strength that can't be faked. Pressure creates power. Resistance builds resilience. Discipline breeds domination. And the ones who rise to the top aren't the lucky ones. They are the relentless ones. The ones who kept swinging when their arms were tired. The ones who kept climbing when their legs gave out. The ones who kept believing when the world laughed in their face. That's you. You are that one. You are the exception. You are the difference. And once you truly believe that, there's not a force on earth that can hold you back. Because power doesn't come from comfort. It comes from courage. It comes from making the hard decisions over and over again until they become habits. It comes from refusing to live a watered-down life. It comes from embracing the grind, the pain, the lonely hours when no one sees you. That's where greatness is born. Not in the spotlight, but in the shadows. Not when it's easy, but when it's brutal and you refuse to quit. That's the stuff champions are made of. And listen, this journey you're on, it's not supposed to be easy. If it were easy, everyone would do it, but it's not for everyone. It's for the few, the chosen, the bold, the ones willing to pay the price for a life of meaning. And if you can look in the mirror and say, I'm willing, then everything changes, because a committed soul cannot be stopped. A disciplined mind cannot be broken. A person with a purpose cannot be shaken. You have everything it takes. You always did. The world just tried to convince you otherwise, tried to distract you with noise, with doubt, with fear, but not anymore. Now you see clearly. Now you move differently. Now you carry yourself like a warrior, because that's what you are. You're not just fighting for success. You're fighting for your future, for your family, for your freedom, for the highest expression of yourself, and you will win, not because it's easy, but because you're relentless. So rise again and again and again. With every setback, rise stronger. With every failure, rise wiser. With every rejection, rise with more fire, because this is your season, this is your calling, and when you fully embrace it, when you refuse to let anything take you off your path, you'll unlock levels of power, peace, and purpose that most people will never taste. And it won't be because you were the smartest or the most talented. It will be because you were the most committed. So walk like it, talk like it, move like it, think like it, train like it. Wake up like someone who's done playing small. Go to bed like someone who earned the right to rest. And live every day with the intensity of someone who knows their time is limited and their mission is urgent, because that's the truth. This life is not forever. And one day your time will be up, so make sure when that day comes you can look back and say, I gave everything, I left nothing behind, I fought with fire, I walked with purpose, I became the person I was born to be. That is the real win, that is the ultimate success, and you are already on your way. And when you do finish it, when you cross that line, battered but unbroken, exhausted but victorious, you'll realize it was never about the rewards. It was never about the applause, the money, or the titles. It was about who you became in the process. It was about building a mind that doesn't quit, a soul that doesn't fold, a heart that doesn't fear. It was about forging yourself into something the world couldn't break. You won't remember the comforts you gave up, the hours of sleep you missed, or the countless sacrifices you made. What you'll remember is the fire that kept you alive when the world turned cold. What you'll remember is that you didn't quit even when every voice in your head told you to, and that memory will live in you forever, that knowing, that certainty, that you are capable of rising through anything. No storm can outlast your will, no loss can erase your worth, no failure can define your future unless you let it. You've earned the right to hold your head high because very few have walked this path, and even fewer had the courage to stay on it. But you did. You stayed when others quit. You stood when others fell. You focused when others got distracted. And that's what separates the few from the many. There is no final destination. The real reward is the growth. The journey, the fire you walked through, and the strength you now carry, that's yours. No one can take it from you. You've trained in silence. You've cried in private. You've doubted yourself in the dark. But you kept moving. You kept pushing. You kept believing, even with shaking hands and a trembling heart. That's what makes you unstoppable. Not perfection, but perseverance. Not knowing how, but refusing to stop until you figure it out. So when life hits again, and it will, you'll be ready, not because you're invincible, but because you've learned how to rise, because now you carry the knowledge that you can't be broken by circumstances. You bend, but you don't break. You stumble, but you don't surrender. You may fall, but you always rise. That's who you are now. That's your new identity, a relentless soul with unshakable faith. And when others see you, when they watch how you move, how you carry yourself, they'll feel it. They'll feel the fire, they'll see the power, not because you brag or boast, but because true power doesn't need to speak, it's felt. Your presence will speak louder than any words ever could, because when you've gone through the fire and survived, it shows in everything you do. In your eyes, in your walk, in your decisions, in your discipline, in the silence you keep and the storm you control. This is not motivation anymore. This is transformation. This is not hype. This is your new standard. You're not here for a moment. You're here for a movement, a lifelong evolution, and now you walk differently. You act intentionally. You speak purposefully. You live deliberately, and every single thing you do from this day forward is a reflection of the greatness within you. You've stared failure in the face and moved anyway. You've stood alone and found your own strength. You've been overlooked, underestimated, and ignored, but you kept showing up, and because of that, your future is different. Because of that, your life is rising. You are no longer just chasing dreams. You are embodying discipline. You are no longer hoping for change. You are commanding it, and don't think it ends here. No, this is only the beginning. Now you keep sharpening, now you keep refining, you never stay stagnant, because once you taste growth, once you see what you're capable of, you can't go back, you can't unsee your potential, you can't unknow your power. You can't live small anymore, even if you try, because your soul is awake now, your spirit is alive. You are lit from within with a fire that refuses to be extinguished. So stay dangerous, stay disciplined. Stay focused, stay grounded, stay grateful. But never settle. Keep pressing forward, keep showing up. Keep pushing limits, keep stretching yourself. You're not done yet. You've got more to give, more lives to impact. More strength to discover, more wisdom to earn, more battles to win, and the world needs the full version of you, not the watered-down version that plays it safe, the bold, raw, powerful, pure version. The one that's not afraid to fail, to fall, to be misunderstood. The one that would rather be real than be liked. That version of you, that's who you were meant to be all along. This is your time, your chance. Your life. Don't let another day pass by waiting for someone else to save you, to notice you, to choose you. You choose you, you back yourself, you go all in on you, because when you bet on yourself, you never truly lose, you always grow. You always gain, you always win, even if it doesn't look like it at first, because the process is the prize, the grind is the gift, and you are the one, not someday, not maybe, not if the stars align. Right now, today, so rise like the warrior you are. Stand like the champion you were created to be. Speak like a leader, walk like a king, love like a lion, move like a storm, and live like your life is a message. Because it is. It's a message of hope, a message of grit, a message that says to the world, I survived, I endured, I rose, and now I lead. Now go lead, go become, go finish what you started, because the world needs you at full power, and you're just getting started.